our deal flow is through referrals. Law firms, accounting firms. We definitely encourage people to show us opportunities. I'd always suggest a warm introduction is much better than just sending things across the transom, and making that direct connection is always a lot easier. I think we're fortunate that each of us spend so much time in the DC area, and I think the analogy we always make is that a lot of the best venture capitalists are based in Silicon Valley because so many of the companies are based there. And I think similarly in the DC area, so many companies serving the government marketplace are based there. And I think the good thing about that is we're certainly willing to meet with companies of all sizes, stages of development, have a breakfast, get together, and talk about the business and try to be helpful in any way we can. And hopefully that's rewarded down the road when a company does fit our size criteria. But I would always encourage people to try to find that 1 or 2 degrees of separation, get the warm introduction, and we spend a lot of our time with thesis-driven initiatives. So looking at marketplaces and then try to find leaders in those spaces, and then to deploy capital behind companies we know. We certainly look at deals that go through the traditional investment banking channel, but a lot of our deal flow is coming in through things that we've proprietarily sourced.
It's like an IQ test. When I have an entrepreneur say, "How should I reach you?" I'm sort of saying, like, if you can't figure out how to reach me, on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or something, then you're not really passing the first entrepreneur test. So figure out how to network into that person who might be your financier, your customer, whatever it may be.
And then you also sort of run into people's strange ways.
Right.
I think we ran into Altamira because they were doing some really interesting traditional intelligence community work that just everybody talked about them, and so we had to go meet them. And that worked out really well. But in another one, you kind of make a company. You find an entrepreneur that's really good at something and have them see their own company. So we meet people through Blackbird. We had an NSA contractor who was just doing services and just really good at making toys for the government, and just picked one of those out and made it to a product. And I think just circumstance, you run across
So
smart people.
source from the circumstances.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Always open.
We certainly benefit from referrals from great lawyers like yourself, and accounting firms, and commercial real estate folks. There are a lot of individuals in this room who have been kind to me in the past and have introduced me to their clients. And then we work with the local investment banks where that makes sense and where they have a transaction that works for us. But to a point that Michael made, which is not trivial, if you're a business owner, it doesn't hurt to have a relationship before you need an outside investment, and to have discussions over time, as a function of time. It's actually a better scenario even for us if we get to know an entrepreneur over a period of time and get to hear their story and their message and their strategy, and then follow up to see how they're kind of executing on that. And then when you get to the point where they need capital and you're ready to invest, it's a much easier discussion.